Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Chandlers Cottage. How are you? We've snuck in just a little bit earlier this evening. Well, because I thought we'd be ready. Not so much. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us. And I know I look like I've been through a bush backwards, and that is because I very recently was. So it's been one of those days. It started out with I'd forgotten to shut a gate. So I had chickens, AWOL, not just in the garden, in the huge paddock at the front with the sheep. So that was the start of the day, and I should have known that it just would have continued, just like that. But anyway, it's lovely to see you. I should apologise, we did not pull off Sunday morning. But I'm blaming the blue gum quilters. We had a fantastic day with the blue gum quilters here on Saturday, and the girls were here, and I just overlooked scheduling the show. And so because it was quite late Saturday when I realised, I thought, we'll just push it out and we'll do it on Tuesday night. And as you can see, there are some absolutely gorgeous new fabrics. So I'm looking forward to showing them to you this evening. And I did want to mention, if you were thinking about coming down as your sewing group or your little guild or whatever before Christmas, time is fiercely running out, and we're nearly out of opportunities to accommodate you and welcome you to Chandlers Cottage as a group. So if you did want to come down before Christmas, you know, not the normal morning tea book, but book a special day or 6 or more of you, please get in contact with me really, really quick. Because after our Patchwork and Produce Day on the 30th of November, we will not be doing any catering after that day. So be quick if you want to come down. Yolanda, get on the plane. I saw you were here first. Get on the plane and come down. That would be absolutely lovely. Good evening to you and to Susan and to Kieran. Thank you very much for joining me. Rosemary Wheeler, hello to you as well. Jane Pixley's here. Did you get my email? I think you did. Yolanda's, it's morning where she is, of course. Good evening, Nancy. Yeah, Rob's here with me. Ginny, don't know where she is at the moment. She's very busy. It's spring. She is very, very busy. I will not go into details on Facebook. Bobby, good evening to you. Sue McGonchi, hello. Dell's here. You're funny. Welcome to your Leesa fix. Well, I'm getting my Dell fix for the week. How's that? Doreen Brooks, good evening to you. Leanne's here, I can see. Teresa's here too. Leslie, good evening. Packed up your fabric and it's in a little box over there. You know where it is, under the counter, ready to bring to the Spring Creative Escape for you. Pam Shrek, good evening. Pam, you are our search word this evening. But you know, it's you, but it's also my mum. And mum's our search word this evening. Anne Kennedy, hello. Liz, good evening. Pauline Boyke is here with a Ulysses butterfly. Janine, welcome. I can see that you're here. Elizabeth Schultz is in the building. Janine, hello. Oh, you're all so nice. You've all popped in. Marina, hello. Yes, we're looking forward to Saturday 25th as well. I'm looking at all the kits on the floor of mine that are nearly complete. So I'll give you a look next week. Well, end of this week, at what we're actually doing for the project. We kind of like surprising you. So, yeah, but I will. Denise, hello. Hello in Hillsville, Chris. Good to see you're here. Jeanette Warner decided to join us this evening with lots of love hearts, as did Kathleen, Cheryl, Felicity. I have to tell everyone, Fleck pulled off the most amazing look at me bag this week with out of print, can't get it anymore. I don't even know if I've got any of the black and red Summer Palace border. Oh, it's a stunner. I've actually got the photos. I might post them up on Instagram. It's unbelievable. And all that happened, Felicity, was, what is Chris Otto doing? What has she sat on her phone?
Cat. My cat's contribution, it says at the bottom.
Oh, that's so funny. Flick did this incredible job with the Look at Me bag, with the border stripe, and now I'm going, Yomu. We need to Yomu it. I was going to do twisted knitting bag, but we're going to have to Yomu the Look at Me bag as well. The boat is docking on the 29th of October. I could all give you the name of the vessel. I know what vessel it's on. You could all track it on the naval. No, we don't do that. That would just be sad, wouldn't it? Just let me and my dad do it, okay? Erica, good evening. Chris? Oh, that's so funny. Well, Jenny does it all the time here and nearly cuts us off. Oh, Ruthie's here. Hello, Ruthie. See you next week as well. Marg's actually away at the moment. She's away with her family's foundation in Indonesia, Foster Parents Indonesia. And she is back on Saturday. Oh, Robbie, can you see my cold cup of coffee in my Yeti sitting down near the cash register? Is there anything in it? Can I have it? Cold coffee. Lovely. I'm going to have a chat with Marg because we decided that we thought we would leave bookings for the one in April next year until kind of the 1st of February. But I've had a few people say, I won't be around, we want to book it now. So I'm going to have a chat to Marg. We may actually release them earlier than the 1st of Feb. And I'm very conscious, everyone's getting excited about Jason coming next year as well, and you want to budget and even things out a little bit because we'll start taking bookings for Jason Yenta early in the year as well. But anyway, I will keep you posted on that. I will stick it on the Creative Escape page and on Chandlers Cottage. And, of course, to those coming next week as well. I will make sure everyone knows what's going on. Julie, good evening to you. Good evening from the road north of Derby. Oh, really? Wow. Marilyn's here. Denise is here. Denise, I've got your message. I'm so sorry. I have found you some. Denise will know what I'm talking about. I've found you a bit. So I will be in contact with you tomorrow. All right, shall we get started? Oh, Janet just here too. I just love it when we all get together during the week to sit and sew. Lynette is here as well. Don't get to see you as much as I would like. Oh, that's nice. Okay, are we good? We all good? Let's get started. So first of all, we need to have a meeting, just a little meeting. You can see this sitting here. The best laid plans. I had a pallet arrive, and on it there were some beautiful fabrics from a factory straight from the mill from Jason. The range is called Flock Together. It is not available through Chandler's Cottage yet because, you know the rules, all of my textile pantry customers must have theirs first, or at least know it's here, but have it first. So we were very, very busy on Sunday packing all the orders of Flock Together. Those in the blue gum quilters, they know what was in the boxes in the pallet because they had a bit of a sneak peek. However, with that was supposed to come 3 fabrics from Jace to complete the packing off of the advent calendar. And it was all timed beautifully. They were not on the pallet. Hence I look like I've been through a bush backwards. But I'm not going to get upset about it. We very quickly, what's the term? I hate the word pivot. I don't really like the word pivot. But we adjusted very quickly. And look, we will probably start, I don't know, about 5-6 days after what we planned because I have to push out the mailing date. So what we've done, actually I thought it was quite cute in the end, instead of there being a date on each envelope, because the second that we can finish them off, so I've got to wait, Jason's going to pack them off now for me in Seattle and send them over quick smart. So what we're going to do instead, we've tweaked it. We don't actually have a date on each envelope. We have a block letter and the day of that block because we're doing all different blocks or little projects this time. So I'll show you what we've done. It looks really, really cute. And then if you are doing the advent, you're going to get an email, you're going to get a phone call, or you're going to get a text message. It's going to be posted on Facebook. You will know when we are starting. I'm going to blast it. You're going to get told and told and told which day we're going to start. But at the moment, because I want to do it as quick as we can, I just don't want to pluck a date out of the air. Can you see the stress red? Anyway, So Rob has printed out one to show you what it's going to look like. So I will let you know which day we are starting with block A. And just as we have always done, you're going to have a QR code every day, and we will release the demo into that QR code. I don't know how else to describe it. It'll go live on the day of that project early in the morning, and I do it with you all the way through. It's great fun. So block A, day 1, that's what it's going to look like. And I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek. There are many different little projects and techniques. And I went, oh, I'll show them the so-and-so block. And then I went, I can't, because it's already in the project. But it's so hard. One of the days has a Christmas tree. Of course it does. It's a Chrissy thing. And it's a little pointy Christmas tree, like this. And so on this day, you're going to make one to put into your, it's so hard explaining it without explaining it. You're going to make one of these, but it won't be 3D. But I'm also going to show you how to make it so it is 3D. Now what it's sitting on is one of our pastry shapers that we sell. So you're getting one of these in your advent calendar box as well. So you can see what I'm doing. We're actually going to use, we got circles. So they're going to be used, but ultimately as well, you're going to be able to, on this particular day, make one for the full project, and then you're going to be able to make another one that you can sit on your Chrissy table or on your hall table or whatever. So I had to whip that up really, really quick because I had grand plans of showing you something else, and I went, I can't because it's going to give away the whole thing. So this little tree, and you can see we've got a bit of beading going on this year. There's quite a little bit of beading going on. Really easy beads though. Not teeny weeny little, like those seed beads. No, no, no. But you get an idea of the colours. They're super bright. And that's why I'm sort of calling it an Aussie Christmas. There is wattle yellows. There is jacaranda purple blue. There is pink red, like a Christmas flower, the New South Wales Christmas bush. So I've tried to take inspiration from all of that beautiful flora that we have out all over summer, and I'm packing it in to 26 days of fun techniques. So that's what's happening. Now, the good news for those that haven't booked an Advent yet is because I have to wait for these fabrics, there's a little bit more time. So if you did want to book the Advent, bit of a team meeting with Susie today, we can accommodate about another 20. I had closed up, but I can do 20. So if you want to pop it on there. Robbie, can you tag it for me, please? I didn't put Pam on it, just so if the girls put the word Pam in, they can pull up the Advent calendar. Yeah, so that's, I want a whole heap of them now. We do sell the pastry shapers separately, and it might be really nice. It'll be a really cool present to give someone and then explain to them what their little tree base is actually for as well. I want to just show you this too. That button. How cute. It's a Ginny phone holder. Now, the guys from Woodies, from the Warrigal Woodturners, are going to be here on our Patchwork and Produce Day. I'm just going to put my phone on backwards so you, just for privacy for those that don't want anyone to know they're watching. Look how dirty my phone is. Oh, is that, oh, that is really bad. But look, it's a Ginny phone holder. So we're going to have these for sale. There's little puppy dogs too. On that day, the guys are going to have a heap of these as well. So I've told them, when they showed me one, I went, just make more. Please just make more. We're all going to want one. So it's got the Ginny paw of approval. Ha ha. Good evening, Angela. Why am I yelling? I don't know. How are things in Bright this evening? Are they good? Angela is here from So Bright Quilting. And may I say, Angela's got some pretty cool fabric coming her way and or has been delivered from Jason. So if you are travelling to or through Bright, please pop in and see her. I need a tree like that on my desk at work. Yes, you do, Melissa. And Melissa, I've also got your exhibition pieces to bring back for you to the Creative Escape, okay? They're sitting here, all right? The tree it's just a little simple thing, but that's, you know, we are going to try and make all of these beautiful little blocks. Well, I hope you like them, pretty little cute blocks within a month. So it can't be too complicated, but the whole point of the Advent, and I edited the welcome letter as well. What's today? Tuesday. I must have done it on Saturday. Is just to inspire you and give you lots and lots of different techniques that then you can take and apply to other things, but also all of the designs and everything in there. What I hope is you can see the potential to use them elsewhere as well. So the tree, you could do a whole heap of trees down the, you know, you could do it with dowel as well if you wanted to, on the Christmas table, or no, I can't mention all the other ones, can I? But a lot of them you could use then to go off and do scrappy quilts. A lot of them you could develop into not just a Christmas theme, into other themes as well. So, busting to get it out. I'm cool. I'm cool. Jason, I told him for the first time, it's okay. I'll take it out on you when you're here. That's all good. All right, everybody, let's have a look at these beautiful new fabrics. Now, they are just gorgeous. And what I think I'm really excited that there is another range similar to this. I'll jump out and say coming in mauves and purples next year. But they are, oh my goodness, they're just beautiful. So this is under the Sew House Design department at Timeless Treasures. And out of that department, we get all of these really sophisticated botanical prints. And this particular range, and it's got that sateen finish with it. You can see that it is digitally printed because of the infinite amount of shading and detail that's gone into it. It is a very, very classy collection, and I absolutely love it. So it's all under the web Pam. So let's have a look at some of these. What did I miss? Someone said perfect. Oh yeah, that's fine. No worries, Melissa. They're here, ready to go. I could have sold you but a twisted knitting bag a few times because it's just sitting. No, I'm joking. All right. So this has a magnificent panel, and when I popped it up for the banner to let you know that we were doing the show, it doesn't even look amazing when the event notification. It's iridescent. Look at these. So pretty. Butterflies in here. Beautiful shading underneath as well. There's a really generous, and I've taken note of it myself for one of my collections next year. There is a really big wide border around the edge of the panel, and I think this is very, 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 very appealing to a quilter, if you like. What did I miss? Okay, Erica, good evening. You're here. Colleen's here too. Can you see how wide this is? And it's got its own massive shading detailing going on. And you can see I've cut here. You can just see the dotted lines. It's got a big cut line, and that's a 2-inch border. So instead of having to try to get it to perfectly fit, here or a 1/4 inch out, they've given you this beautiful big 2-inch border right round. So you've got the freedom to choose how much of that you want to show. A little bit, all of it, or there's room for you to have a little bit of a play. The good thing about that as well is if you decided you just wanted to use this particular panel to practice your free motion quilting, no laughing, it's a thing. If you want to practice it, this would be a beautiful piece to work with, because you could come in and just a little bit like those the Hoffman ones, the ones that became really popular with the big dahlias and things on. You could come through and practice with this, do beautiful little quilting here, or add some beads or embellishment or embroidery over the top, and you could go to town on it, and it's going to, it's going to pull it in, and it may distort it, and you might end up with it a little bit uneven on the edge. And that's where this extra, almost like it's like a floating panel, is going to be really handy to have, because you can come back and correct and shape it up. Look at these down here. Yum. Okay, so then we've got 5 coordinates that go with it. just lovely. Sorry, Mum, I'm just going to have to. Sorry, Mum and Pammy. I'm just going to put you over here. She doesn't know I've done that to her, so when I load it to YouTube later, she'll see. Put this over here. Again, just so intricate. So this is, I've got 3 of this one, and this is the darkest one. There are little hints of little flowers and leaves going on through this. It's really lovely. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put that there because I've done a fat quarter bundle, and I'm going to bring down this beautiful thing. They're almost like, I'm going to say paper daisies. You know what I mean? Look. Yeah. So I have put together these. So these have got 5 fat quarters in them. Actually, I'll move it, sorry guys, I'll just move it over onto the overhead, and I'll lay this out so that you've got a little bit of this one showing. You can tell when I get excited because there's no logic to the way I'm showing you things. So there's the one I've just shown you. So that's that beautiful dark blue. It's sort of like a true blue and a steel blue through it as well. And then there's a green one. Yum, yum, yum. And then there's a pale one. So you can see how it's just perfect. They just pull up all of the colours that are in there. And if I bring them over here and show you, you can see them there. See what I mean? Just lovely. Okay, so we'll go back. And then there's this little one that I just showed you as well. So that's what I'm going to, let's call it a little paper daisy for argument's sake. I'll just pop this one back up. And then you've got this full on floral. There you go. How pretty is that? I think, you know, sometimes when we get these fabrics that you think, oh yeah, that'll make a nice quilt. And then sometimes you get them and go, ooh, that's a cushion. That's got to go in my lounge suite. That would look really nice on our little lounge suite actually. But it's just, it's got everything going on. And then you've got these little floating butterflies. So again, Soho, Timeless Treasure, have not disappointed. And as I said, if you're not a blue girl, I have ordered a collection that is beautiful, soft mauve purple, similar to this. But it's not around until, I think it's about June next year. But as I said, so we've got your little fat quarter bundle. And I suppose if you don't know what you want to do, you'd just go with the combo. So you'd get the fat quarter bundle and a panel, and just squirrel that away until one of those lovely magical lazy days, you know, the ones between sort of Christmas and New Year, to have, just be able to pull it out and have a little play. There's that full-on floral there, so that's it there. And you can see the drape on it. Actually, do you know what I've still got sitting down here from the Japanese Baltimore? We're using this one for the crane block on a Quilters Live. Wow, what number's that? It's Gelato and it's BQW. Look! Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't even plan that. I've been lazy. I haven't put it away. It's still sitting down there. Oh, goodness. So they're just yummy. It's all going to work in a through the window pattern. You can cut it down into Asian screens. You could take one or this and this and just make yourself a beautiful tote bag as well. It is really, really lovely. And I did tag with it tonight as well under the word Pam. I've popped up the pale denim as well, the shirting, because if I hold that there, can you see how beautiful it all looks? So if you do need a solid to go with it, I think the denim is going to look really nice. I'm sure the dark would too, but I had the pale out for something and it looked really lovely. So that's that side, and then it's all very blue. We had blue last time too, didn't we? Blue and green. But a very different look with the motor. So on this side, this is Jason. Now this is the start of a system, a process, some self-inflicted business rules that come into play. So now that we're getting to the point where we've got Jason collections arriving very regularly and our distributor sort of work and role is full on, the rules I told you we stick with is that we don't show a collection until all of our customers have their fabric or they know that we're going to do it, because even if they're holding it, it's fine if we're holding it for them. But we make sure everyone has the chance to get all of their fabric in before I will put it up on Chandlers Cottage. And that's really important as a distributor, of course. So we reached that point this week, and you'll see quite a few of his coming through now over the next few weeks. We reached this point this week with Carpet Bag Romance. So, you know what this man designs, and he does some pretty bright stuff. It's incredible. And then out of the blue, he'll come up with this gorgeous romantic floral collection. I don't understand how he does that. We've got stuff coming through. There's one called Flock Together, and then we've got a steampunk, and then we've got, and you know all the other stuff he does, all the really soft stuff, and then he does this. There's my heading. It really does. Let me put this one up here. So, now I've only put some of it out tonight. When you go to the word Pam on the website, there are 3 colour stories. There is heaps and heaps and heaps of fabrics in this collection. So tonight I've only put up and done bundles with the blue, but when you have a look, there's the most amazing sort of rust burgundy antique red colour story, and then there's this lovely or dark earthy purple. So it's very reminiscent of some RJR fabrics like the ones Karen Montgomery used to design. I'm going back a while, but they're just gorgeous. So I'm going to give you a quick look and then give you a couple of tips of what I think are the best ones to grab out of these, and then I'll leave you to your leisure to have a look. You'll see here, now I need to check what I put in, because I put in stacks in these. I've done it 8 fat quarter bundles, so 2 meters, and it's got everything except 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's missing the big one, and it's missing, oh, what have I done? Hang on, let's have a look. There will be a reason that I didn't put one in, and it may be that we don't have enough of it to put, yes, that is why. Gotcha. Okay, so there's one missing that I don't have enough of to put into the packs. So I've kept it on the yardage, which is this one up here. So that's, I would call that a stripe, and I'm calling it a stripe because this is the border print. So classic Jason still, 4 10-inch strips. So romantic, really, really beautiful. So that one's there, and then I didn't pop the stripe in, but I do have some, more in the other colorways probably than the blue. Okay, so I'll put that back up here. Now, this one here is in the pack, and this is the one that Mum wants a pair of crazy pants made out of for summer. So that's what she's getting. Just because Jason's fabric drapes so beautifully that it is really, really good for making clothing as well. Let me show you what I've got in this pack. So the big floral that I held up for you is here. Okay, let's go overhead. Big, beautiful floral. I'm going to show you this little one next. This is like a little geometric design, so clever. It's got the blue and green through it on a lovely crisp sort of grey cream background, and that's going to break up all the florals and give you some contrast. Then there's a marble, and so we've had marbles before, haven't we? Hey Meg, Erica's here too. Good evening. Christine Allen's in the building. Judy Rogers, hello. Oh, so nice. Hi, Christine. We've had marbles before, a bit like this, haven't we? Timeless treasures and things with metallics. So much movement, and you can really mess around with that. Another crackle I'll come back to. Look at this. It's got that thimbleberry feel. I don't know if Jason would be offended I said that. Probably not. All right, and there's Mum's Crazy Pant fabric. Oh God, she's going to kill me. All right, now, before another thing. These are fantastic. So these are, I used to call these a crackle. Someone used to do heaps of this, didn't they? So Jason's done his own version. Beautiful yellow olivey green, dark, light, and again in this sort of, I don't know, it's like a grey cream, but there's a little bit, just a little hint of sort of like a yellowy green through it as well. And these are, to me, top essential things to have in your stash, because greens are so hard, and to get that texture through, it's just beautiful. So when you have a look at it over the top of all of the colorways, it goes with all of the purple, the red, and the blue colorway. This for a background, actually I'm leaving that out. We're going to leave that out. I need that, talk about that over there later. So they're just very, very nice. So please, at your leisure, have a look at them. They're really lovely. I'm feeling guilty now. I have pulled apart Jade's perfect fat quarter bundle and bow to put it back together. But they're just, yeah. Now, I've actually taken, it's not even on our website yet, I've just realised, oops. We have published a version of my original Imperial Windows quilt with this collection in it, and I'll show you that next week. We're just publishing it at the moment. But the reason, if you've got that in your stash, have a look. So it's Imperial Windows. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put it up for a Quilters Life member. So if you're in a Quilters Life, I'm going to stick it up for you. That sounded really rude, didn't it? I am going to pop the pattern up on our website for you, because if you're in the club, I really want you to have it. It's a really good one for when you get beautiful big feature prints that have some directional aspect to them. So particularly with this print I was talking about, Mum's Pants, that is the one that I have used as the feature print in it. So I'll pop that up on a Quilters Life for members as well. And I'll get it up on the website as well. So if you want to purchase it, you can. So, if I sound like I'm having trouble forming words in my head, it's my head jumping between being Jason's distributor and talking to shops and talking to you at the same time. I think that's what it is, because it's a completely different world to looking after these for him and representing him, and logistics of getting all the fabric in and filling all the orders for our shops. And then now it's like I'm with you girls, and it's like, hey, do you want a 1/2 metre? Not, would you like a whole bolt? Would you like a bolt of 9 metres or 4.5 metres? Or it's very different. But these greens are just beautiful, and that's a cracker, that cream, for using for different things. Okay, now this tree's getting in my way. Where are you going to go? Where are we going to put you? That's very inappropriate colour-wise, but I'm going to sit it up there. Oh, can you still get those little tiny, tell me if you've got one, or you know that we can get them, those teeny weeny, remember the little terracotta pots? Sorry, my phone's going flat. I've got to find a cord. I think it's this cord. Uh-oh. Let's see if this one fits. Do you remember the little terracotta pots? Let's get the tiny ones. Can you still get them? Maybe you have to buy them online. I don't know. But they would look so cute. Lorelei, that suture. Blue and green should never be seen except with something in between. Is that right? My grandmother said that. And then I went and had made a green, like a teal green and aqua blue silk number in somewhere we were. where were we? I don't remember where we were now. Bangkok, to wear to the Melbourne Cup. And I think my grandmother turned in her grave that day. Right, now the other thing too, so they're all yummy. Yes, I know, we love him, and I bought him a Christmas present. I bought Jason a Christmas present online today. It's really kitsch. I saw an advert for Christmas socks with kangaroos on, with Santa hats on. I couldn't resist, just for a bit of fun. I thought we got to do it. Now, also under, you can always write to him and say, Jason, you're coming, we're so excited. He would love that. You don't have to, but I'm going to tell him every day anyway. I've got two beautiful motors that have got a Christmas theme to them that I've popped up on the website as well. So I thought we'd just have a little chat about what we can start getting ready for Christmas now, and that don't take too long to make. And I'm actually making up these fabrics myself for Christmas presents for people. So this is called Love and Cheer. There we go. If you want to catch up with what's new from Moda, they have a prolific presence on social media, and I was watching them through Quilt Market. So you don't need to be a shop to get into the Quilt Market Facebook page, and Moda had a lot of stuff they were posting up throughout the trade show. So you might want to go and have a look, check out the new designers, see what's coming up from them. Can you see that okay? From my screen it looks like red roses, but it's not. It's a lovely kind of informal lattice work. You can see sort of all of the branches sort of cross over together in a kind of a random way with a little bit of a wreathing going on. But all of these lovely leaves, and it's got beautiful little birds, and the birds are blue, but some of them have got a little bit of mauve and a little purple sprig through them as well. There's little cardinal birds here also, and it's just different. And I love stuff that is kind of Christmas, but it's not. There's quite a lot of shading going on as well. There's your cute little birdies. So under tonight's search word as well, I keep wanting to say the search word tonight is mum, but it's not, it's Pam. I've also popped our festive stocking free download pattern. Oh, the Hampton stripe's gone. It's a bit sad, isn't it? Never mind. We've still got the cream and gold one in our sale, but this pattern is free for you to download off our website, and it's also got in it instructions for ruching. If you want to have a go at ruching, I'll have my girls ruching next weekend at the Creative Escape. There's a little bit of a giveaway. So, and this is the other beautiful Moda that we've popped up. There you go. This is Moda. Love and Cheer. There you go. So again, it's Christmas, but it's not. And I do love the colours in this because it's a little bit reminiscent of some of the colours that I'm popping into our advent calendar this year. So beautiful pinks. Beautiful, beautiful pinks, Melissa. Just yummy. Let me give you a closer look with the berries. There you go. Aren't they pretty? So for those that don't do red, this is it. You'll also find that I have chosen and tagged a shadow play to go with it, and that's going to be my cuff around, or the collar around the top of my stocking. So I've got someone that absolutely adores pink in my life, so I'm going to make them, what did I miss? I'm going to make one of these for them. I need to make some homemade gifts this year. I've picked one. You'll see next week the fabric I've picked to make Phil his stocking. I'm supposed to be downsizing the stash. Oh, sorry, Carol. You weren't joking, were you? Sue, hello, late, but hope I haven't missed too much. No. And Sue, you can always rewind it, or when we're finished now, I'll pop it up on YouTube, so you can always watch it there. Deb, how's the suntan going? Deb went to Queensland. Left me behind with many, many quandary issues to solve. I'm only joking, Deb. Hope you're having a really good time. Well, you wouldn't be sunburnt yet. It's only Tuesday. Yes, Nancy, I love cardinals, and I know we don't have them here, but they are very symbolic of Christmas, and I sort of grew up with a grandmother who loved them as well from England. Good evening, Joe. How are you? It was lovely to see you last weekend also. Okay, so when you download your stocking pattern, mine's in colour because Rob did it for me on our big printer, but it doesn't have to be. Just do it in black and white. So there is a little layout pattern here, and that's really important, like what you get when you buy a dress pattern. And one thing, I was talking to Emma before, and Em said just remind the girls to be careful if you have a directional print. You might need to mess around with it a little bit or get a little bit more, but I'm going to make mine fit. And the whole thing about the pattern is that you can shrink it or increase the size of it. So please don't be disheartened if you find you've got a piece of fabric and your stocking doesn't fit. You've got a couple of options. You can just chop off the top of the stocking so it's a little bit shorter, or you can find someone or take it to a printing place like an Officeworks or office supply place and get them to reduce the size of it for you down to a certain height. So I've put 60 centimeters on the pattern. I've got half a meter here. It should be enough, but I can also go through and reduce the size of the pattern. Nothing comes adrift from reducing it, and all you'll have to do is just, when you've reduced the size, measure the width of the top if you wish to put the collar on the top. So if you want to put on this bit here, this bit across here, you don't have to have one. Do you, Meg? No, you don't. If you don't want to have that across the top, you don't need to. If you've got a beautiful fabric, you might want to use something like the hot pink that I'm going to use for the lining. That would be sensational. And the other thing you can do, Em reminded me, is you can mess around a bit. And if you wanted to, I'm going to draw it on here, you can add in a heel. So you can put a different fabric across here, and you can just stick it on with steamer seam or Blizer Fix, and then blanket stitch around the edge of it. And you can also do your toe if you want to. You can have your toe in a different fabric as well. So you could be adding the colour down here. And if you have a look at the top here, see how we've got a little trim here at the top. I haven't double checked, but I'm pretty sure you'll find that is my lining. So I've let the lining sit up with the batting in the seam allowance on the top. And that way you get this little paper showing through. So I could have pink here and here and a little bit of pink showing up the top rather than having the collar. And of course the ruche flowers are just really good fun to add to anything for Christmas or anything else. I'm about to sneeze. Rolf came through and cut our front paddock today, which was lovely, and it looks gorgeous because we've moved the sheep and the lambs across. But my hay fever is a bit challenged, just a little bit challenged. So I apologise in advance. Right, let's have a look at this. So you've got ruching, if you want to do it, and then we've got our pattern pieces here. So I'll just show you how these all go together, and Cass has set them up with letters. So you just have to overlap where the letters are the same. So here, it might be a bit hard for you to see, but I've got a CD and a line. So this one here has a CD and a line. So I need to sit one over the top, and that's going to give me the complete top. Please, when it's super accurate, do it on a light box. So I'm just going to pop some sticky tape on here, and then I'll flip it over and put my sticky tape here. And that way that's going to hold all that together for me. And then I've got BD, I'm just doing this because some people, and I'm one of them, sometimes have difficulty understanding how that goes together. I'm just moving the sticky tape dispenser away from the microphone because I realised you would have copped an earful. Put that across there and flip to the back. But just doing this just stops it all flapping around when I cut it out. And back to the front and this one and down here. So you can see it's super big. So you can shrink it down if you want to. But the bigger it is, the more stuff you can stuff in it. This does include the seam allowance as well. I'm going to be honest with you, if I see that you have downloaded the stocking and you've bought one of the motor fabrics, you might get a very generous cut of your fabric so that I know you've got super enough. Okay, so that's all together. And now I can just go around and cut it out. Can you believe we're talking about Christmas? Now, a lot of us have lots of leftover Christmas fabrics, or let's go red, green and cream under the Australian sun fabrics. And you can of course make this as scrappy as you like, or it can all be one fabric. If I was going to do this as a scrappy endeavour, what I would probably do is cut out of batting the stocking shape, and then I would foundation piece my fabrics onto that shape, and that way they're sort of going to get on and be stabilised all in one go. So we have a look at our little diagram. Salvages on the side. So one of them is going to fit here, and then the other one goes on the other side. So this will flip around and go that way. Now I could also run mine this way. I'm not really fussed about the difference in terms of the direction of the pattern. It'll work both ways. So one will go there and then one will go there. Okay, so that's my little diagram here, that they into the toe of the boots interlock with each other. So have a look at what you've got to play with, and if you do want a slightly bigger piece of this, just pop it in the notes for me when you order, and I will do that for you if you don't want to mess around too much with it. But the other thing too is, of course, you can just have the outside in your good fabric, which is this one here. Oh, sorry, wrong camera. That one there. So I can easily get 2 boots out of 1/2 meter, and then I can use this one for the lining and or the collar. So there's lots of options. This one was actually set up so you got 4 stockings out of the stripe, and that took 60 centimeters. But if you just want to do it out of one fabric for the outside and one for the inside, the 1/2 meter is ample. Now, what I was just talking about with messing around with the boot, stocking boot, I want to call it a boot because when we do Australian ones next year, it's got to be a boot, doesn't it? It can't be a stocking because we have Ugg boots and gum boots. It'll have to be a boot. So, as an example, if you've got lots of strips of leftover fabric, you can just come through and sew them all onto your boot. So your whole boot's going to end up with different, heavens, I used to be able to draw holly when I was like 16, now I can't. You can have all different sorts of little things going on here, or you might have lots of scraps of Melba or under the Australian sun left that you want to use up, and your whole stocking can just have a whole different lot of stuff going on. And what I was talking about before is this. So you could put Visifix on another fabric and just pick a spot where you want to draw a little curve in. You can freehand draw it, you can draw it with a plate if you want to, so you get a nice curve. And then this bit here can be a separate fabric or a contrast down here to put it on. And then the same with the heel. So you could have anything going on here that you want to. Put a plain fabric on, get a thread that's a different colour, have it on the batting, quilt it through so you get really nice little detail. Use all those decorative stitches that you've got on your machine that you don't use, and we know we've all got them. But as I said, it'd be really nice to do an Aussie one for someone overseas, and you've got plenty of time to knock that out. So you could use one of the gum leaf prints on here to do that as well. So you can make it into whatever you've got. And it's just so important. We buy all... I'm just as guilty. I buy all this stuff. I've got a stack of braids that need to come out for Christmas for the shop. I've got beautiful iron-on Christmas trees and musical notes and metallic gold. They're all sitting down behind the camera I'm talking to you on, down the aisle, that I haven't got out yet. So I have all the stuff in my sewing room that's mine, but then I've got all this other stuff that I'm supposed to have out in the shop. So I'm 10 times as bad. But get them out and use them. Get out the beads and use them. Get out the bejewelry, get out the buttons, the Christmas charms, the sequins, all of it, and have a play. And you know that if you do decide to make it all scrappy, it's so much easier to embellish it all while it's all in individual pieces, or just the front of the stocking before you put it all together. Tassels, cord, couching feet, could just keep going. Right, so we can do all of that. Now with the collar, if you do decide to put the collar on around the top, did I call it a collar? Oh, thank goodness I did. Cut one contrast fabric. The collar or the cuff on this particular one is 10 and a half inches by 16 and a half. So it is quite deep and it goes all the way around. I think that's right. Now, let me just... No, it's not, is it? Oh no, you actually make a collar and you fold it all in half and you cut it. Yes, you actually make a whole loop, so you put it all the way around, so it's 8 inches. So it is still quite deep. You get a really, really nice deep collar on the top. So with that as well, you could go the other way around and actually have a plain boot or stocking. So you have this could actually be plain, maybe quilted, and then you can go to town up here on the collar. So this could be where all of your work is, up there. So lots of options. Free download on the website, but also there's a version of it in the 2023 wall calendar as well, so you can pull it off there also. So have some fun with that. And you've got beautiful new motor fabrics. Still to come for us is a lovely collection. I'll only have a few pieces of it, and it's called Winter Solstice from Jason. I'll just have a few bits of that coming through. But if you want to have a look on his website, on the In the Beginning website, he'll have that. But most importantly, Angela at So Bright Quilting will have it in stock very soon, as will Annie at Annie's Patchwork in St Helens in Tasmania. They are probably the two that will have the most extensive collections of it. But if you are somewhere else and you want to know who else may have it in stock, please just email me at info@Chandlers Cottage, and I will let you know. And my brain's just gone into overload as well, thinking about Christmas stockings. And I'm thinking about ringing Megan tomorrow, and those two things together meant this fabric with upcycling as well. So if you love upcycling, while I said the denim shirting is going to look really good with this collection, so will a pair of upcycled denim jeans. So I just think a Christmas stocking in denim with rickrack or something like that, and maybe one of these fabrics would be absolutely gorgeous. So lots to think about. Okay, now I will see you very, very soon. I have managed to tell you of my woes without losing it and having a bit of a whimper this evening. I feel better now I've told you. But look, I will keep all of those doing the advent calendar absolutely up to date. It will not be left behind. You will have it very soon after our planned date, just not on that date because we've got to get these fabrics in. In the meantime, we will keep going with printing all of our beautiful envelopes and the stickers going on the boxes and getting it all collated as best as we can until they get here. But it's only going to be a week. It'll be really quick. All right. So you take care, won't you? And I hope to see you on Sunday morning. I have another of Jason's ranges that I'd like to share with you. And this time we're talking about the kids. He's got a beautiful young children's range. So I think we'll be ready to go and I'll be able to show that to you on Sunday morning. All right. So in the meantime, you know how to get me. You can ring me at Chandlers Cottage or email us and we'll be sure to give you a hand. We are open this week, Thursday and Friday. I'll be here on Thursday with Susie and then Susie will be here on Friday. So you can always pop in from 10 till 3. And it has happened. Robert has spent 2 years and he's finally succeeded in updating Google. So it now reflects our open hours. We are open on Thursdays, have been forever. And now it actually says that on Google's. So 10 till 3, Thursday and Friday this week if you want to pop in. All right. Have I missed anything? I was about to wrap up and say goodbye. Sorry. Donna, good evening. How are you? Jackie's here. Did I miss anything else? Are we all good? Good evening. Yes, Christmas is arriving early this year. You're absolutely right.
Now for binge. For Bing.
Oh, you want to Bing now?
Bing and Apple Maps.
Ah, I got two. I thought we had Apple Maps sorted.
Oh, it's both.
We should look, the pained look on his face. So Bing.
Yeah.
What's Bing?
That's Microsoft.
Oh, yeah. So Bing and Apple Maps.
Yeah.
If you are ever coming, sorry, we should really say goodnight. I wrapped up and now we're just chatting. If you are coming to visit, Apple Maps.
Anyway.
Hmm?
Go to Drawn and then get the
I'm
maps to Drawn.
doing it. Apple Maps will tell you to turn off way down the track, like Garfield or somewhere down yonder.
Web Street.
And it's the pretty route, okay? It's the pothole route as well. It's the curvy road route. And it's okay, but you're actually going to think you're absolutely in the middle of nowhere. So what we always suggest is ignore it and it will reroute and you will take the turn off to Druin and you'll come down through the township of Druin and across the railway line, out Main South Road and then turn into Ringin Road. It's less bumpy and it's less scary. And it's the easiest way. So people usually come the back way and they go, wow, and then we send them back the other way. So when you're coming up the highway, always take the Druin turn off. All right, that's much better for you. All right, everybody, you have, thank you, hugs to Pam. I haven't mentioned Mum's back in hospital. They still haven't worked out what's going on. So she was here Saturday and we had a great time and now she's back in Peninsula. So that's why this evening's search word is dedicated to her. But she's okay. Just a couple of little mysteries to sort out still. But I'll keep you posted, all right? Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us and I'll see you very soon. Okay? Bye.